And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Goff on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Speaking of Todd Gurley, 88 yards rushing in Week 2. That was his best since Week 14 of his rookie season.
The Rams retooled their offensive line. They got Andrew Whitworth from Cincinnati to be a real building block as a left tackle. I think that's going to give Todd Gurley more confidence when he does run the football. I think we'll see much more of the rookie year Todd Gurley in 2017 than we did last season, where just about every run it felt like he was met in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The play clock's running down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And tough starting field position here. After the interception, here's Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now it's 3rd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Lockett. A strong running. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So Seattle set to get the ball here on offense. Let's discuss the running back situation. Eddie Lacy didn't even dress in week 2. Chris Carson, the rookie out of Oklahoma State, he's kind of stolen the show there, hasn't he?
Yeah, they got on him late in the draft process. Pete Carroll saw him on tape, really liked him. They took him in the 7th round. Don't forget Thomas Rawls. Had that terrific season a couple of years ago. Been battling injury since then, coming back from an ankle injury. He only had, 4 yards in the last ball game?
5 carries.
Yeah, so, Chris Carson now carrying the load for Seattle at present time. We'll see what they do moving forward.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 44 yards. And the Rams are in for 6.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here on first down. He hits Baldwin right side. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Second down now after the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot, but when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On second down, here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his yards away. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll let it fly for Austin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Throwing on third. Goff. Flushed out right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one go.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron able to drop him for a loss of 4. On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyron Walker in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Three yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've got the lead.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Goff to Austin that time for an L.A. first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now on second down, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the D looking like they may blitz. Back to throw, Goff. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And down to the 36-yard line here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Defense showing blitz. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. On the toss, it's Gurley. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time running out here on the play clock. On first and goal, Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this. They've got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's like,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Samson Abukum from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw is Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined. I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts. Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there. Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle. And he made a great tackle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Gone. He'll let it fly for Austin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with. Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it? This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it. They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pickup there, 26 yards. No timeout. You got to go quick here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He's back to throw. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer.
He'll look to throw, and that is in seconds now.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing now is Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. A road win in the National Football